Welcome to the Virtual Adult Improv Show with the LA Connection players. Today it's the Tuesday 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight or Standard Time team. If you want to go back and watch some of the other shows they've done, you can go to our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy, click on the playlist, click on Tuesday 5 p.m. This group was Tuesday 6 p.m. before that, and some came from other groups. Some have been with me 5 years doing short and long form. It's really exciting. We've got over 500 shows, and today we have a fabulous new debut of a show called Superhero Therapy. We'll tell you why they need therapy as the unveiling of our story happens. But let's introduce our cast, starting with G, who's playing Aquaman.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bobby, who's playing Batman.
Thanks for watching.
Lindsay is playing Wonder Woman.
Thanks for being here, everyone.
Alyssa's playing Buttercup.
Enjoy the show.
Eric, in his debut with us, is playing Clark Kent Superman.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoy it.
And Rashida, a woman with much talent, many characters, today is playing Catwoman.
Welcome, everyone.
Okay, listen, let's get right into it. As you know, I'm a licensed therapist for the league here. And you guys botched up your missions. The three gentlemen went out on a mission together, and the three ladies went out on a mission together, and both of them failed, and both of them screwed up. And that's why the league has asked me to have you come and see me. I'm going to be talking to each team individually. I'm going to be talking to you individually, and then I'm going to let you talk to your team. At the end, I'll let you choose someone from the other team. If you want to talk to them, maybe there's something that went on between somebody on the other team and some of your other missions that perhaps we can find out. We know that everybody here has worked with everybody, and we also know that some of you have disagreements. Some of you get along quite well. Some of you do not. And so we're going to address all these things because we want all of you to be a valuable asset as a superhero for our league to go out on more and more missions. Some of you have gone on numerous missions in the past. And this is the first one where both teams really kind of screwed up. We wanted to put Team 1 together, and your job was, of course, to go to Cuba and to inspect all the military sites to find out if the Chinese or Russians have been arming them and pointing any missiles towards the United States and our league office, which is, as you can see, I'm sitting at the window of the headquarters behind me of all the CEOs and the upper level management that will be watching this video to try and understand if you're prepared to go out on another mission. Now, as you know, the ladies, we sent you to France. As you know, France is bankrupt. They've lost their prime minister. This country's falling apart. We want to find out if people were embezzling the money. We thought if we send some ladies out there, you could get into some of the dignitaries and some of the upper level management of men, maybe Macron, and find out what the hell's going on with all their money. Where's it going? Why was France abundance and now all of a sudden there's nothing? And they had to get rid of the prime minister. So I'm going to send you guys to France. You know that. And you were supposed to find out if you had the insight as to what happened there. Well, anyway, we're going to talk about each of your missions individually. We don't need to bring up the other mission in front of the other team. But each one of you guys, I'd like you to introduce yourself to each other again. I know you all know each other, but since we're taping this, there would be people perhaps who we've just hired as upper management in the league. They want to know your name, your superpower. We don't need to talk about the mission here. Just your superpower and, you know, perhaps something you may want to get out of this hour we'll be together here today. Let's start with Aquaman.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Aquaman. I can breathe underwater. I'm king of Atlantis. I just got elected for another term. I can communicate with all marine life. And I am just really sick and tired of people acting like I'm not important, okay? They act like all the crime happens on land. Well, the earth is 70% water, and I do that all by myself, okay? It takes all of you to cover 30%, and I'm covering 70% alone. So I would like to get back a little self-esteem here today.
All right, thank you. Batman?
Don't really need to introduce myself. I think everyone should know who I am, but I'm Batman. My superpower is that I have an endless bank account. and I dislike Aquaman.
And you guys were out working together. We'll find out what happened there. Okay, Wonder Woman.
Hi everyone, I'm Wonder Woman. Obviously, original superheroine, I guess, if you want to call it. Hero is kind of manly, but anyway, I'm from the Amazon and superhuman strength, and I have a lasso of truth, and blah blah blah. You know me. I'm here. One of my issues, I guess, is commitment, and the other one is that Aquaman catfished me. He put the actor who played him, Jason Momoa, as his profile picture on a dating app, and when we matched, he said that he was him. So my commitment issues have gotten worse. Trust issues.
All right, let's go to Buttercup, the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, hi everyone. Sugar, spice, everything nice, you know this tale. Blossom, you know, Bubbles, they're not around anymore. They've been unemployed for a long time. That's also kind of why I'm here. They call it Peter Pan syndrome or whatever. I guess I've had a hard time growing up, doing responsible things. I mean, I've been this girl since I was 5. What am I supposed to do now? I don't know what everybody expects me to do. Anyway, nice to meet you or whatever.
Okay, and you do something with your tongue, is that correct? And you can also fly?
Yeah, I can fly, super strength, x-ray vision, although it's been acting up. I'm supposed to be wearing these. It's just so fucking ugly. Ugh, God.
Okay, Clark, Superman.
Please, at this point, please just refer to me as Clark. You do know me also as Superman. I have incredible strength. I have x-ray vision. I have super speed. I can fly. That's a lot on anybody. At this point, and after this last mission, I just want to see what Clark is made of at this point.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, Catwoman.
Okay. So hi, I'm Catwoman, also known as Rashida. Hi. I'm here because well, obviously there's an issue I need to discuss with everyone. Okay, well, let's say my superpower first and foremost. When I turn to like purr, I can make, people more, in love, which I'm trying to understand because I tend to be single. But one of my issues is the reason why I'm here, and which is Wonder Woman and everyone else is kind of upset. I tend to be a scaredy cat, and when I'm a scaredy cat, I just don't want to, do anything, and which is one of the reasons why the mission kind of went left when it was supposed to go right, literally. Yeah. So yeah, but when I purr is when I'm actually relaxed and calm, and then that's when we can get to the love part, but that never actually happens, and I don't know how to do that anymore, so I need help, and I'm trying to come over my fear right now. So
Okay, well, thank you all for being honest about that. I'm going to start with team 1, the gentlemen, if you could stay out here with me, and ladies, I'll be with you next, okay? Okay, so gentlemen, obviously the resentment between the three of you, really, each one of you wanted to try and pretend like you were going to be the one with the goods. Now, I knew Aquaman can only get so close, being the water person, okay? He was supposed to swim over there first to make sure there's any submarines, look around the military bases, pretend like he was going to go to Guantanamo if he got caught, just to be, so the League would, justify his behavior there. Then, of course, Superman, once got the green light from Aquaman, you were supposed to fly over there with your X-ray eyes and be able to locate all the different military sites so that Batman could actually go on in there and, the way he can climb and swing and stuff, to be able to go in and see all the different stuff. Plus, he speaks the Cuban language. So we were going to put him in a disguise, okay? So obviously, Batman, you lost your Cuban accent. Okay, so that was the beginning of the problem. Okay, Aquaman, you met a Cuban mermaid and got sidetracked. Okay, and Superman, your X-ray eyes actually set one of the military installations on fire. Okay, so then you had to abort by going and getting Batman, because he was getting caught when with the accent. He was already near the military's facility, right outside it. And then, of course, Aquaman, I know you made it out of there on your own, but you almost fell in love with a Cuban mermaid who we found out was actually not a real mermaid. It was a robot mermaid that they were going to try and get information from you. So they were going to steal all your information from the league that you had because it could read thoughts.
Listen, they didn't get any information. All they got from me out of that robot mermaid was a DNA sample. I'll leave it at that.
So now they can create a Cuban Aquaman.
They could do that, but apparently it's useless. Like these guys, you understand, at the start of every mission day, they make fun of me. They're like, "Oh, no one cares." They're like, "Oh, did you wet yourself again?" And it's ridiculous. I couldn't even do anything on the mission because Batman, who has no superpowers, he's just rich, so he was born into it. Superman had to use his ice breath to make a path of ice so that Batman could travel across the water. That way, my ocean friends couldn't help me out because it was too cold. So I just had to sit there. I couldn't do anything.
You're oversimplifying my powers a little much. First of all, I instill fear into everyone, unlike you and Superman here, Clark Kent. I wouldn't be afraid of you in like a dark forest. I wouldn't be afraid of either of you guys. So
Why would I be
yeah, and look, you guys got my glasses broken, my cowl is gone. I'm risking showing my true identity right now. So
And
What
you see,
happened-
Doctor,
What happened?
Doctor,
Did you,
it's just, go
no,
ahead.
did you see what happened to Batman there? See, that's another thing is you pause right in the middle of your sentences, and that's what you did. You were speaking Cuban, and then you paused, and then you started talking like you're talking now. So I don't know what's going on with you. Are you taking some chemicals or something? Why did you said pause for that long a period of time? What were you thinking about? Where'd you go?
I'm taking some new tea that I discovered to
Oh, not that
enhance-
mushroom tea that they're advertising on TV. The Doogie Howser guy. You're
Yes.
buying tea from Doogie Howser?
Yes.
Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, mushroom tea. It's probably the mushroom tea. It can get you high. It's those kind of mushrooms. It's magic mushroom tea.
Well,
Okay.
you understand, Doctor? Doctor, let me chime in here. The whole reason I think that Batman was taking this mushroom tea, I mean, the stuff is actually called Rise. He wants to be able to fly, truly fly like I can. And I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody else. I don't want, I'm trying to get away from Superman at this point, especially after this last mission. And what you said about the fire.
No,
And
listen.
my eyes,
Lois Lane broke up with you because she didn't like you being Superman sometimes. So now you said, "Oh, I'm going to be Clark now, so I can get Lois down." All right, go ahead with your little fire thing. What happened there?
it wasn't a little fire. As you said, Superman's power with his X-ray vision caused the fires. I was really, really hoping that somebody could bring water into the equation to help put out those fires. But
You use your ice breath. You have ice breath.
that's another occupational hazard, unfortunately.
Can I ask a question? Why can't Batman just afford new sunglasses for like $12 if he's a billionaire? Or why he can invent everything why can't he just invent sunglasses that are use some Kevlar on those things, and then maybe he can invent a muzzle for Superman, because he doesn't like to use his eyebrow. He just likes to use his mouth to complain.
See, and this is what's going on. This is what's going on. You understand this level of toxicity. This is why I'm trying to separate myself from the superheroes. You were talking about how you were the only one who knows anything about the water and can do anything with the water.
Yeah.
You know that one of those two Wonder Twins literally turns into water, turns into ice. So you are not the only one of us in the Justice League that does anything with water.
That's fine.
Let's put that out there.
You're trying to get away. You have a fortress of solitude already built. Go there.
Okay, listen, the three
I
of
would
you.
if I could.
I'm going to talk to each one of you individually. It sounds like you're very hostile towards each other because this thing didn't work out and you're trying to blame each other. All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Make sure you're muted. Okay, let's have the three ladies come up, please. Okay. All right, so we send you to France to find out, because we know the prime minister is going to get voted out, which that did happen. You were supposed to go there and try to intervene and find out exactly what's happening. The France is now bankrupt. They're spending way too much money. They're completely bankrupt. I'd like to know where all that money's going. You're supposed to find out that for us and bring it back, because if Europe falls and France falls, it's like a dominoes. It could come back and affect the league. Okay. So Catwoman, you were supposed to do the pheromone smell stuff that went out there that was going to do that. Okay. Wonder Woman was dressed beautiful, like almost like she is now, like almost like an Egyptian, just beautiful woman, like Cleopatra. So we had her all dressed up to do this stuff. Okay. And then Buttercup was supposed to just fly around the perimeter to make sure everything was going to be okay at all times. Okay. Well, we find out that Buttercup, you signed up for some sort of tongue twisting contest while you're over there. Okay. And then Wonder Woman, you signed up for a female weightlifting contest. I mean, that's not what your purpose was. And then Catwoman, they found you in a frigging alley in a garbage can. Okay. So, what exactly happened? Let's start out with Buttercup, since you were the one flying around everywhere. What exactly did you see, and why, guys, did you not take care of your mission?
Yeah, so I mean, I did the flying. I did what I was supposed to. I flew and like 20 minutes went by. I was so bored of flying. There was nothing to do but fly around. So yeah, I saw some people practicing rolling their tongue, and I was like, I'm so much better at that than them. And so I was hanging out with them, and I got hooked on smoking, but it's really hard because like the creators didn't give me fingers. So I've been struggling with that now because of the whole thing. And so I was busy doing that, and it was a mess. And I'm just...
So you weren't flying around trying to help Wonder Woman get in to the palace, and then we were supposed to have Catwoman, who's dressed up very sexy, be able to do the pheromones around Macron or somebody there that then Wonder Woman could get as much information out of him, and you could too. And then, of course, we know that if there was a problem, but Wonder Woman, you went to a weightlifting contest, and then, okay, I know you eventually got into the palace, but all the big people were gone when you got there. You were talking to like the cleanup people.
Yeah, I mean, there are a bunch of guys there, and I went over to try to talk to them, like, what's going on? I mean, they're meatheads, but they think that like the Olympics bankrupt them, so that's what they think. They're like, Olympics are stupid, and I'm like, not all sports. And then we said, like, what about weightlifting? And then I was like, I can lift more than you. You know how that goes, like the normal conversations like that. So I got kind of caught up on that. I thought I was doing really good investigative work, but apparently not. I assumed Powder Puff Girl over here. I don't know why we just
Power Puff.
okay, Powerpuff, whatever. Powder Puff Girl over here. I thought that there were going to be, there's more of them. So I don't know why we just have one on our mission. It's
The
really
other two, no, one turned into an alcoholic, and the other one has been out of work for months.
Yeah.
We did not want to put them on the job. Why are you making excuses for your Mel?
Yeah, double dub.
Better team would have like kept me focused and in the game. I mean, there are very few like really good women heroes, and there are good ones, but we just kind of have like second tier on my team. And as team captain, obviously, I was just kind of
vote apparently.
Second tier.
I can do way more. I have way more powers than you guys. Like,
really?
There's
okay, so this became like an ego trip between, and then you began to fight over some dude that you all wanted the same dude, and the dude rejected all three of you because you couldn't speak French.
Okay. Not all of us were rejected. Kind of took turns, and then none of us ended up with him
because you couldn't speak French.
Well, no, you know how guys are. You know how they tend to think. You know, because I'm working through my, emotions. You know, I was getting ready to do my little, special little purr on it, but they have that mind of their own, and yes, sometimes the French also kind of played a factor as well.
Kind of snooty, yeah.
What did the French people do to your upper lip?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's milk.
Milk.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right.
So you just leave old spoiled milk on your face?
Well, she's kind of addicted. I don't know if that consists it's kind of like a drinking problem as well. But addicted to milk. Like we have to stop if we don't have milk in the car. And it's just
I know we're working through it. Wonder Woman, please stop talking for me. Listen, I'm going through and working through some emotions, which is why, some of the ladies and people are like to call me scaredy cat because, I'm supposed to go out and just, be my sexy, rambunctious, little feisty self. But, I have some issues that I'm working with, and milk tends to calm me down. But
okay, why were you in the garbage can?
Okay, listen, I can smell things. Okay, I can smell things. And yes, I was supposed to be on the mission. We're supposed to communicate, but I happen to smell what we call catnip. Okay, and that's something that you just can't let go. When you smell catnip, when you get a taste of it, it just freaks your mind and you can do everything. And so I was smelling it, but I couldn't find it. And therefore, Wonder Woman and Buttercup, they were like, hey, what's going on? Like, what's your, ETA? And I was just like, it's in here. And so I'm searching through the dumpster. And, I was like, I could smell it, but it was like I was on a wild goose chase, it is just, I never found it. So it was, which is why I'm drinking milk to kind of calm myself down. Cause I noticed I haven't purred a little bit. So it was something that
okay,
I never found.
let's just stop this for a second. You were in the palace. Sorry. Of course, you got there late. And then Wonder Woman said she saw you on your fours drinking milk from the cat bowl that was left for the king's cat. Not the king, they don't have a king there, but that big head of France.
It was embarrassing.
President. Yeah, it was.
Oh, come on. What do you mean it was embarrassing?
All fours.
I needed a drink. I needed a hit.
Cat woman.
Yeah.
Woman. You're straight up cat for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is why I can't be here with you guys. You guys are always judging. I thought we were supposed to get therapy here. We all failed the mission, okay? Not one versus the other. All three of us did.
Superheroes. We're supposed to do things, not be on all fours drinking out of a bowl. Like, I have a picture. I sent it to the guys, and we were like all clowning on you, like really hard.
You sent it to Batman?
Yes, Batman definitely got one.
He was laughing?
He got a video. He said something about, haha, wish I was there. She does that in my bedroom as well, but I don't understand the bedroom part.
Wow.
Okay. So you and Batman, interesting. Well, maybe we'll let you two get together. Obviously, I think Wonder Woman wants to get together with Aquaman. Apparently, something's going on there.
No,
so Buttercup, obviously Superman. You guys used to fly around together. What's going on with that?
Yeah, we had a lot in common because of our X-ray vision and whatnot. And I've been having issues with mine recently. I don't want to hear it, double dub. Okay, we went over this. I'm supposed to get the LASIK. It's supposed to help. Sorry, before I hurt someone, let me just. It's just really hard without fingers. But anyway, yeah, it's been a long time since I've spoken to Superman. I think he's going by a different name now. Maybe just not working as much.
Well, you'd be happy to know he broke up with Lois. She actually broke up with him, so he's now available, Buttercup.
Oh.
Can I say one thing?
No.
Batman, those rise mushrooms that he's eating, those are erectile dysfunction medication. Like rise, they're not supposed to make him fly. I thought he knew that, but like it seems like he does it, which is even better. Please don't tell him, because that's just hilarious.
Okay, interesting how you know that fact. Okay, all right, that's enough of that. All right, listen, ladies, thank you.
What we've been dealing with?
I know, I'll call you in individually, okay? And talk with you individually away from everybody else, okay? Wow. Okay. Aquaman. Okay, so what exactly happened between you and Wonder Woman? What's going on there? You seem to be like a horn dog, Aquaman. First you're going after robot mermaids. Now you and Wonder Woman. So what went on there?
Really, it's the reverse. The robot mermaid was a bounce back from Wonder Woman. And what's ironic is that the robot woman, though she was metallic, is actually warmer than Wonder Woman in all places.
In all places.
Yes. Especially where it counts. And I may have embellished a little bit on my dating profile. I did show some Jason Momoa, but that was just if people hadn't heard of me, they may have seen the movie. And what's bullshit actually is that I was supposed to be a movie star myself before the superhero thing. I actually was cut from Jaws. The original ending was I swam in and I talked to the shark and I was like, "Hey man, why you stop eating all these kids?" And the shark goes, "Oh, okay, I'm just misunderstood." And then we swam away together. The studio didn't like that. They didn't think it was exciting enough. And so,
yeah, that's kind of lame. I got to admit, it's lame. It doesn't go at all with the theme of Jaws.
So,
okay, I mean, I don't think that would have been your starring role. I mean, I think we got exactly what we want out of you. Okay, but so now you were supposed to tell Superman, exactly where you thought the facilities were. And apparently, I guess you told him where the one was because he set it on fire. But did you have any communication with him, or were you just having robot sex?
Well, you can do two things at the same time. The problem was that he was in the air so much of the time, I couldn't communicate with him, and I tried. The thing is, the way for me to get up in the air is to start a tsunami. And so I did that so that I could tell him, like, "Hey, go over there. But then once he saw the tsunami, he wanted to like save the villages along the shore. And then he came back and he just yelled at me. And before I could tell him where the other facilities were, he flew off.
Yeah, you also took out Guantanamo. You know that.
Well, it's not a nice place, so I don't feel that bad.
Well, a lot of people escaped, okay? Just so you know that. So, I don't think we'll be sending you to Cuba again. It seems like
if they escape, that's more work for us. I mean, okay, you want to talk about that? Batman, once he puts those people in Arkham, they escape after like 26 hours every single time. I think he lets them out because he needs it for his self-importance because he's got nothing else to do.
So you think Batman helped let the people from Guantanamo out just before the tsunami hit? You think Batman was doing that so he had people, arch enemies, to go against?
It's likely. Let's think about it. He's got billions of dollars. He could do new development. He could feed everyone in the city. But no, he likes to dress in black shiny tights and kick the asses of traumatized people.
Yeah, well, the Joker and the Riddler were in Guantanamo, so maybe you might have some truth there. We didn't catch that part because it knocked the cameras out. Thank you. All right. So now, what about Superman and you? What happened there
I'm sorry, say that again.
between you and Superman? I know you don't get along with Batman. It's quite clear. But what about Superman? Do you think you and him get along? Can we put you out on a mission together again? Well, he might not even want to be Superman anymore. He's got some real. He's kind of fallen apart since the breakup.
Yeah. It's just you and me here, right?
Yeah.
After his breakup with Lois, she spent some time by the shore. And Superman can do pretty much anything, but he can't talk to fish. And I translated between Lois and the fish, and it opened up this whole other world of journalism for her. She was able to get firsthand accounts of ocean pollution and overfishing and all kinds of stuff. She's actually up for a Pulitzer for it. And, then she thanked me for helping her out. And Superman doesn't like gratitude.
Mm-hmm. How did she thank you? I don't even have to ask you once again. Underwater sex. Okay, this has just gotten to the point where.
Have you ever had it?
No, I didn't think it's possible, but I guess you're opening up new avenues.
Possible. It's not. Have you ever touched somebody in water?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just different parts.
It seemed like it wouldn't. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. Thank you very much.
All right.
I like the shark. Okay, let's bring out Batman. Okay, see how long it took you to get out here? It's the same thing. Are you on the mushroom right now?
Yes, I am on the mushroom.
Oh,
it's causing some interesting side effects.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You shouldn't have done that before the mission because that was a big mistake. You thought you could fly because your head was flying, and then you jumped in. Thank God there was a pile of hay from that one building that you jumped out of. That was before you were brought by the police. I don't know what they call them over there, policia. And you started speaking Cuban and then went off on your own voice. So what exactly happened? Do you think the mushrooms did that? Was the mushrooms kicking in at that moment? That's what that pause was? And then you started speaking in your voice? Or what exactly happened there?
Well, yes, it was the mushrooms. You see, oh, sorry, my thing here. You see, don't tell any of the others this, but I found out the mushroom tea is actually an erectile dysfunction thing, and so it's causing some weird side effects. But yes, don't tell the others that. But yes, so I was distracted by one of the lady security guards they had there, and but don't tell the others this because now I look incompetent. And I'm.
What do you mean? You're saying the police also had a security guard with them, and one was a woman?
Yeah, had a yes.
Okay.
A lady.
And so
security.
so that's what threw you off, and that's why you started talking in your Batman voice to try and act like you're sexy and rich?
Yes. Because I'm known worldwide, unlike Aquaman.
Okay, well then you've exposed yourself because we had you in a whole disguise, That's why you still have the beard on. Okay. And I'm glad you kept it on right now because they don't know if you're Batman, but they may now because they have copies of your voice and they might be able to do a voice activation thing to find out that you were incognito as Batman. What else did they find out about you before Superman was able to swoop in and get you out of there?
Well, I was about to. I think I was about to close the deal with this lady security guard, but yes, I did accidentally tell her my name was Bruce. It just came out. But I only said Bruce, so I don't think she's gonna know it's Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. So, at what point did you feel that they were going to lock you up or handcuff you or take you away before Superman swooped in?
Well, me and the lady security officer were getting pretty close, and yeah, that's when the other police called the other guys over, and they were about to take me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have a lot of men in this team who can't keep their Johnson in their pants, it sounds like to me. All right, Batman. Well, keep the beard for now. Thank you. I'm going to talk to Superman now. Thank you. Okay, Superman. Okay, so, I shouldn't call you, right?
Please call me
call
Clark.
you Clark. Yeah, call you Clark. So, Clark, I got some good news for you, at least. I know that you used to hang out a lot with Buttercup when you were younger and fly together and stuff like that.
I taught the three of them how to fly. Absolutely, I did.
Yeah, and she kind of, I think, had a little bit of a crush on you because you were kind of an elder statesman to them, kind of a tutor. And I think she may want to talk to you later. I know you're kind of heartbroken over Lois, but we got to get you back to be Superman.
It's going to take some doing. It's going to take some. It would take something extreme to get me back into the superhero realm. I mean, this is what Cuba has had an effect on me. The people there, the laid back atmosphere there. I mean, I've grown out my beard again. I am sad about Lois, of course.
Well,
We've
Lois
been
just won a
together
Pulitzer.
for
You know
years.
that from Aquaman. One of
Actually, I had to read about it in the newspaper of all things, which is ironic, isn't it?
Right. And you've been shifted to another side of the building so you're not actually near her anymore. And she's obviously reporting all these things with the stuff with climate change and the stuff in the water.
It's important business, of course. I'm happy for her.
Are you really? Are you really happy for her?
Yes, I am. And this is kind of the crux of the issue. There are so many negative things going on in the Superverse at this point. Between that video that was leaked from Wonder Woman, one of our Justice League true heroes, in my opinion, about Batman, another one of our Justice League true heroes. We shouldn't be fighting like this. The Batman and Aquaman thing, I don't understand why there's an issue there. They're equally important. They're equally important. I would not have been able to do this mission without the three of us.
You mean the mission where you burnt down one of the military facilities? You mean that part of the mission?
Occupational hazard.
You were supposed to throw ice.
It's difficult being Batman.
Yeah,
and like I said, it takes a team.
Yeah.
Just
well,
like
you were supposed to put ice out over it. You're supposed to ice the facility. That's what you're supposed to do. Ice the facility so they'd all be frozen, and then Batman was going to come in and be able to do his thing. But unfortunately, he lost his Cuban accent when he was trying to pick up a female security police officer, and Aquaman down there doing it with a robot, and then you burned down the facility. Thank God you saved Batman from being incarcerated, and the whole mission would have been completely exposed. But your video's now out on the internet as well about you burning down the facility.
That's been leaked?
It's on the internet.
And you see, this is why I'm glad that we're all in therapy together, because super therapy is so important. Mental health of everyone is so important at this point. That's why, I mean, I'm feeling better than I ever have, Doc. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, why is everything green? Okay, anyway, thank you very much, Superman. Thank you. I'm going to move on to Wonder Woman. Wow. Okay, so Wonder Woman, you've got a lot of ego going on with you right now. Where do you think that's coming from?
Um, my commitment issues.
Yeah, you've gone through what I think it's been over. I'm just trying to the different superheroes. I know that you and Aqua, but I don't know if you've involved with Batman or Superman. I almost don't even know, but I know you've gone through some other superheroes and had some different stuff going on. The Hulk, that must have been really weird. Where you
Yeah.
actually were getting on with someone stronger than you. What was that like?
I kind of liked it because Aquaman is he's strong in water, but if he gets anywhere out of the water, he's like a very wimpy guy. And obviously, I didn't always like having sex in the water because yes, it can happen, but it doesn't always. Anyway, feel great.
Yeah, I know it does. Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, so he's kind of wimpy. So the Hulk was kind of like he could pick me up, and he was strong. He could get in the water, and it wouldn't, and he would still be strong. He could be on land, he would still be strong. Aquaman has, issues, and
Right.
Batman.
The problem with you is you've got a motor mouth. You tend to tell everybody all your infidelities with these people. Like you said, the Flash was a premature ejaculator, and now Flash can't get anybody to go out. And then you just said earlier that because of the mushroom thing, he's got erectile dysfunction. So it seems like you have a lot of issues with men, and
Well, I grew up
obviously, go
yeah,
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I just said I grew up in an island with all women, powerful women. Like we don't need men, so I guess maybe I look at men like I don't need them, because they aren't really needed. Besides like, procreation. I guess that's the only reason. I think also I left my island and my family, so I'm kind of lonely, and I sleep with a lot of guys. I don't know what else to say. I think that's basically the truth.
Okay. Well, one of them, because you're so powerful, you did it so hard that you killed. Now we had to cover that up.
That was the only time. It was an accident, and I promised it wouldn't ever happen again. I thought that was under sealed, like my files were sealed on that one. Because if that got out, like, oof.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, the mission, you guys, you got sidetracked with weightlifting. She's doing tongue stuff. The cat's in the can. You eventually got into the palace, but, 2 hours late. So all the dignitaries and Macron, they were all gone. So you couldn't get any information from the cleaning crew.
Yeah. Yeah, they had no information. I asked them, but they definitely didn't have any information. I tried to make get a meeting with Macron, and he was busy because of all this chaos. So yeah, I think it was a lot of the too powerful. Probably stopping and taking a video of Catwoman and sending it to Batman was definitely took up some time.
The video of her licking from the cat bowl.
Yeah, it was really funny and kind of embarrassing. I don't know. Wouldn't you do that? I mean, I guess
no, I wouldn't do that. No, I keep everything in the league internal. That's why we're having this meeting internally. Yeah. Okay, we're not letting it. You don't let your BS out in the world. You keep that behind closed doors. Okay.
I have a really good track record. Can we not talk about this? Like,
yeah, everything's been recorded. Okay, so you're going to get a chance to talk with Aquaman later, and maybe you two can work out your serious issues with each other because he's a horn dog too.
Oh my God,
okay?
So bad. You have no idea.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Okay, I'm going to move on to Buttercup. Okay, so Buttercup, I'm sorry about you. Should have probably told us about your getting LASIK. You didn't tell us that, and we sent you out there because you have the X-ray vision where you could actually look through the building and see where Macron was and everybody else was, so you could direct Catwoman and Wonder Woman who dressed up like really sexy women, and we had covers, we had passports, we had everything for them. But then you got the tongue thing. The cat goes into a can, and she goes into a weightlifting contest. I mean, so what exactly induced you to go and get in this tongue thing with these other people?
Well, ever since the Powerpuff Girls broke up, since, Bubbles is drowning in alcohol and, but Blossom's doing her own thing. Really, that was my thing. That was my main power was the, and I had a sonic boom with that. I could make tornadoes. Like, that was when I really shined. Yeah, and I really was hoping I could bring that back, and really save the mission. Once I saw Catwoman drinking milk and couldn't find Double Dub, that's what I call Wonder Woman, thought I could save the day. And
well, you're blowing the tornado type thing.
Yeah.
The Eiffel Tower is now curved. Now it's called the Leaning Tower of Eiffel.
Shoot, I was really hoping you guys didn't know that was my fault.
Yeah, we know it because that was around the area where the tourists and all the tongue stuff was going on.
Yeah.
So you had to show them one more little thing, didn't you? Because you just wanted to brag about your power, so you had to move the Eiffel
Well, it's
Tower.
hard. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Powerpuff Girl, and I'm 32, and everyone still calls me a girl all the time, and I felt like I had something to prove, I guess.
Well, look at you. Look at your hair. You dress like a young teenager. Tank tops. What the hell's around your neck? What the hell is that?
It's a choker.
Okay, that's like teen. You're doing a whole teen thing.
Well, I guess that's why I'm here. Okay, I told you I'm having trouble growing up. I'm trying to quit smoking. Like, that's new here. So
Did you get pissed off at someone when you were doing the tongue thing? They wanted to shake hands when you won. You didn't have a hand. That's why you blew the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, I tend to get really angry when that happens. Forgive me. Try to shake my hand. See, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna tornado about it. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm upset. Sometimes.
All right, so this time that you finally got them into the palace, because, you were messing around over there and everybody's messing around, so it's 2 hours later and we just had the cleaning crew in there and you're flying around. Did your x-ray eyes see where Macron went or anybody else that you could have redirected them? Because we couldn't find anybody.
Well, I guess so, but without the backup, and honestly, no offense to Wonder Woman and Catwoman, but they're nothing like it was when I was with my sisters. I mean, they just kind of suck, and I kind of gave up, and it was kind of funny, to be honest.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk to Catwoman now. Thank you. And then you're going to get a chance to talk with your team, okay? Thanks.
Good.
All right, Catwoman. Okay. All right. You're looking a little more depressed than last time I saw you earlier, but did you get in some catnip or something? We left a little bit of catnip in your room because we know that you're in a better mood if you get catnip, so I wanted you to be kind of in a more euphoric mood when I got to talk with you.
Yeah, so calm is the way to go, right? Just the part. No, I'm kind of in my feelings a little bit. I'm feeling a little ostracized here,
By the other two ladies?
Yeah, and also Batman.
Because of the leak, the
yes.
leak? Yeah.
Yes, the tape.
It's not just Batman. It's not just Batman. Apparently, Wonder Woman put it out on TikTok.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's on TikTok now. It's gotten over 350 million views, but it's only got 3 likes. So obviously, people thought, "What the hell's going on with this woman?"
Now I look like I'm crazy, Oh wow. Yeah. See, this is why we actually all need therapy here, and I should have known because when I went to go talk to Batman, he was just snickering. He was just like really, just laughing about everything, and I was like, "What's so funny? I haven't told a joke. I want to laugh too." But yeah, this is what I'm dealing with here.
You talk about when you all came into meeting room, and then we separated you into your separate rooms because so you were able to get a little word in with Batman. We were hoping that you guys
Just a
didn't
little.
get to talk, but so he
No.
just laughed at you.
Yeah, because apparently everything is funny, and this tape that I still have yet to see, is just circulating, and for some reason Wonder Woman just thinks it's hilarious. Like, well, why not? And Buttercup, I thought we were bonding at one point because she gave me this choker. She was like, yeah, go ahead and just kind of like, be free. You're so, into yourself, be that whatever she was calling me, feisty cat, and try to get Batman. But apparently, yeah, she was, there laughing at me as well, and some other things she's saying. I just feel kind of ostracized. Yeah.
Buttercup's got anger issues.
Oh, they try to say that I have that. Interesting. She has. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
Whatever people say you have, they have.
So they are projecting on me. See, this
Yes,
is why
that's what people do. They project.
Okay. Well, listen, my whole thing is everyone here is screwed up in the head. We obviously need help. There's missions that we all have failed tremendously. Like the universe has greatly gone down the shitter just because we just can't. We can't come up with any type of agreement or anything. It's always his fault or her fault. And like, oh my gosh, and just what is up with Batman? Like, seriously, does he have something going on with Wonder Woman or maybe Buttercup? Like, he's like, I don't understand that. I can be sexy, I can be sexy.
Well, you know what? We're gonna let you talk. We're gonna let you talk to Batman, okay? When we have our one-on-ones with
without laughing.
So you two, I bring it up. I bring up and say, hey, you made me a laughing stock and trying to take me down. I know he was against you for a long time, but I know you guys had some intimacy at one point. I think
it's like cat and mouse.
Yeah, cat and mouse. Well, he called himself the big dog, not the little mouse. So that's another thing, calling him a mouse, unless he's like Mighty Mouse. The
whole reason is because about the whole, he's saying he's on mushrooms, right? But we all know that's not mushrooms, and apparently he knows about that. And so the cat is out the bag, literally. The cat is out the bag. I love that. But yeah, there's like issues that he's going through, but we're all here to support. But why are you like just being mean to me?
I'm not being mean to you. I'm just talking to you. Okay, listen, it's been good talking with you. You're going to have to get together with your team in just a minute, but I'm going to have Team 1 all get together first. So go ahead and get yourself, stay off the catnip. Okay, Team 1, let's get Batman out here. Okay, is he hallucinating? Okay, I'm going to leave you three to talk with each other for a while and kind of work out your issues. I'll see you in a few.
Guys, I actually have a way for you guys to get what you want. Superman, you want to get away from being Superman. Batman, you want to feel like you can actually accomplish something. So here's what should happen is Superman, you should go to Gotham and you should beat the shit and seriously maim Batman. And then you should let all the villains out of Arkham Asylum. They're rebuilding Guantanamo now. They'll stick you there and you'll never have to be Superman again. And Batman, all the villains will be out, so you'll have plenty to do so you won't annoy me.
Let me just ask you this. Everything in the superhero realm needs to turn to violence anymore. That's a big part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. It doesn't need to be violent to have a good solution. Why not just... we were originally put together to use our powers for good and not for evil. And
Jesus.
So why is it that all of a sudden everything has to be so violent? There's so much. Everybody is talking about how I burned down those buildings, how I made sure that how I wrecked Guantanamo and everything like that. The problem is that nobody focuses on the good.
If you can think of a way to be peaceful and end up in Guantanamo, you're welcome to do the peaceful way. It's a little bit more difficult than being violent.
All right.
What do you think?
I've had enough of both of you guys. Just let me have a sip of this. Anyway, the constant abuse from Aquaman and Clark, Kent, Superman, whatever you are, like, what's this non-violent stuff? This is the only thing the criminals want is violence, and Aquaman, you're just a sea creature, a seahorse. You're nothing.
I'm nothing.
You're nothing.
That's not true. That is not true.
Thank you, Clark.
Aquaman, you're as valuable a team member as any of us. You can do things that I can't. And I'm Superman. I can do so many things.
Right, like
I can't do what you do.
Right, I
We
satisfy
need you
Lois.
in the Justice League.
Lois
Batman,
is
we need
satisfied
you
with
in the
me.
Justice League.
Yeah,
You're our main founder.
exactly. Right. There's different things we can all do. I'm with
That's right.
Lois now, and she's actually happy. You know, I can find a new pair of sunglasses when mine get damaged. You know, we all have different skills. And so Batman, I think we just have to find out what you can actually do without hiding behind all your money.
I can do a lot of things. I instill fear into criminals, and I satisfy people too. Ask Lois. Yeah,
Wait, you were
yeah.
with Lois?
You're not the only one.
Okay, well, thank you, three. We're going to let the ladies have a time to talk with each other. Ladies?
Hairball?
Sure.
Was that a hair? No. I've learned some stuff about myself today, and I just want to tell Powder Puff that I'm sorry that I said the Pink Power Ranger was better than you, and she has more power. I'm sorry, I really am. I know that must have hurt. And then Catwoman, even though it's hilarious and I'm getting a lot of likes, I'm now monetized on social media because of it. I apologize for sending that video of you. And I will do better. That's what I will do. I'll try to do better.
I accept your apology.
Phew, I
just had a little bit of catnip again.
Oh no!
You know, you have like two hits. It's like 1, 2. Oh my god!
I thought they took that away. I thought
no. See, they're so cool. They actually had a stash in my room because I was so frantic, right? And I needed to calm down and they needed to ask questions. So yeah, we talked through our feelings. We talked about the tape. But thank you for apologizing because that's the first step. And now we just have to like work on Batman and working on my reputation again. And Buttercup, I forgive you, right? I forgive you. You gave me this choker, you know, and I still feel like you're a part of this womanhood, and regardless how you guys feel about me.
I didn't get one. I didn't get a choker. And I personally am upset about that. I felt like that was like the first thing that happened that kind of made me spiral, is that you guys got together and you made chokers together and best friend stuff, and I don't really get along with women very well. Because they're just intimidated of me because I'm so pretty. And I thought we were friends. And then when I didn't get invited to girls' night, you guys made chokers and ordered pizza and you watched Titanic and I wasn't involved. And I just feel very left out of the equation. And
that's
okay,
probably when
listen,
you were showing my video.
Okay, Wonder Woman, you stay out here. We're going to let you talk to Aquaman. Maybe that will help you feel a little bit better about yourself, Aquaman. You kind of work out any past discretions?
Hey.
Hi.
So have you been with anybody cool since we ended?
Well, you know about Batman. You know about Spider-Man. You know about the Hulk.
Is that why you always ask me when I was trying to be gentle, you would say get angry and smash me?
Yeah. Yes. That's and I like green, and that's my favorite color. I don't know. I bet you're with Lois, and it's just like that was a quick rebound. I mean, I know she's a rebound because obviously, but like, I don't know. I
Let me
mean,
tell you all the great
can't
things
turn it
about
on.
Lois, okay? One, she's
can't turn
not
the goddamn
she's not
thing on.
specifically a pescatarian, okay? I don't invite her to
hell with
dinner
that?
with
Won't
my
go off.
friends and she tries to eat them like you.
oh my
Okay?
God. Okay. You are friends with all the sea creatures. I'm like, I like seafood. I like going to sushi. Sometimes, like, you could just be nice and order it from DoorDash, like, and
Okay,
have it delivered.
but then yes, all right. So I understand you're an adventurous person, you like other males. So I said, hey, would you like to have a threesome with another guy? And you're like, hell yeah, I would. And then I brought my friend Earl the octopus, and you were like, no, that's gross.
Earl, out of all of them, you knew that. Like, I said, Trevor's cute, the turtle, and you're like, no, he's taken. He made it for life or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, how about a friend that's not like in the water? Because I was telling you, it was too much water, and you're like, no, I'm only doing a water creature because that's I like it's slippery when wet or something. You said something really.
Earl has 8 times the arms of a regular man, and I thought that you would be into that because I've seen the toys that you have, and so I'm like, oh, she's kind of into the suction cup kind of thing, and he has a billion of them, and
Okay,
you
well,
didn't like it.
maybe not Earl. I mean, Kevin, the other octopus, he was better looking. Sorry, Earl was just a little bit old for me. I don't like
Well, that's
old
because
octopus and the suction cup. I want them like
ugh.
young and firm. I want the young and firm octopus arms.
Okay, octopus only mate once and then they die. So you're sentencing somebody to death prematurely. Earl was at the end of his life. He had a good life. You could have ended it off well, and you didn't, and it was fucked up. All right.
All right,
And
thank you too. We're going to have Batman now talk with Catwoman to see if he can work out any of your issues.
Cat.
Batman.
So, look, can I apologize to you?
I don't know. Can you?
What are you laughing at? What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. I'm just relaxed. I've gone through the day being, working through my emotions and seeing how everyone was making me the laughing stock because I'm on all fours and I'm licking from a bowl, and it's just I love milk. Okay, so yeah, so I messed up a mission, and you were laughing, and you know how I feel about you, but I'm okay now because I got a little bit of a nip.
You got a little bit of a what? One up?
No, a nip.
A nip? Oh, you had catnip. Okay. Well, listen, I succumbed to peer pressure, and that's why I was laughing. I wish you would get off the nip though. It's not good for you.
Whoa, ho. Are we judging me?
No,
Are we? I mean, Mr. I'm actually taking pills. We're kind of like disguising as mushrooms, but they're like ED dysfunction. Oh, hey, I'm not judging. I am not judging. I'm sorry. What you were saying?
It's from the years of falling off buildings. I can't really fly. Listen, I will apologize, but I want you to get off the catnip because you frighten me when you're on it. I don't get frightened a lot, but you frighten me on catnip.
So I'm considered what you call a feisty pussy.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
I'm sorry. I wanted to say that. Okay, no, listen, we're here, we're adults, right? And you're talking about your feelings. You don't want me on catnip because I become someone else. But then again, I like it because I become feisty. I like the feisty kitty as opposed to being the scaredy cat, because at one point I was afraid. Yeah, so
Well, thank you too. It's time for Clark to meet with Buttercup now to rekindle their childhood friendship. No, there we go. Thank you, Buttercup.
Hey, Sue.
Young lady, how have you been?
I'm so good. I'm not young anymore. I'm 32 and I don't see no choker. I'm all grown up.
Well, that's a good thing. I remember back in the early 90s when I taught you how to use that X-ray vision. I'm sure that you heard that I had a little bit of an issue with mine as I got older. The misfires happen, unfortunately. It happens. There's nothing worse than an aging superhero, unfortunately. So I'm kind of taking another turn. I'm learning more who Clark is.
Clark. It's a little different than your old name.
I'm growing out my beard again. I remember you thinking at one point that there was a villain that you were with called Mojo Jojo.
Yes, I remember him so well. Yes.
The beard is kind of a reference to him. I remember you liking Bad Boys at one point.
Yeah, so I don't know if you remember the professor, the one that helped, make the recipe that helped make me. Always had a thing for him. Of course, that couldn't ever happen. Also loved Mojo Jojo, but he was the bad guy, so I really couldn't do that. Bubbles and Blossom
he was also older than you, so there were definitely. I understand there are daddy issues that you're working through. I understand that. That's why we're all going through this. But I'm just glad to see that you took a different turn than your sisters. I know about Bubbles and I know about Blossom and their issues that they're having. I'm glad that you've latched on to the power of good.
Well, I heard you've got a lot of free time now and maybe aren't seeing anyone. If we could practice our X-ray vision later or something.
Okay, thank you guys. You guys stay out here. Let's everybody else come on back in too. We're going to do some closing remarks. Bring me back in. Okay. I'll stay off for a second. Okay. Buttercup, yeah, come on back in. And Catwoman, please. So Buttercup, that was amazing. I think you've got another superpower. You were able to talk without moving your mouth, and then you're able to, move your mouth when you weren't talking. I'd never seen anything like that. Okay, let's see if Rashida, who's Catwoman, can come back in. Is her camera going to be able to turn on, or she's catnipped out again? Okay. Well, listen, guys. I'm going to be just listening to you all. As I said, we've been taping the entire thing here today. So what I'd like to do, guys, is have you have your closing comments. So let's start off with Aquaman. Can we hear your closing comments, Aquaman?
Yes, I actually did grow today in my beliefs. It is now confirmed that all dry organisms are scum, and I cannot wait for the oceans to overtake all the land on this planet.
Okay, Batman.
That was disgusting. Okay, I learned a lot. Yeah, I learned I have erectile dysfunction, and I learned that I will destroy Aquaman one day, even though he's supposedly good. And Catwoman, I'll see you tonight.
Okay. How about Superman?
Clark, thank you.
that all you want to say, Superman? Clark. Oh, I'm sorry, Clark. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
That's better. Thank you very much. I'm finding myself again. I'm finding that Clark has much more value than ever existed previously. Not denying anything about Superman. Superman was very useful in his time, but it's time for Clark to be Clark and embrace the positivity of life.
Okay, that's great news. Okay, let's have a Wonder Woman.
I learned that I probably should stop focusing on men and more on my powers for now. At least that's what I told Aquaman. But you know, if I get bored, Batman and Catwoman hit me up tonight.
Okay, let's go with Catwoman.
Oh my goodness, everyone wants to be my friend now. And I got a make-out session later with Batman. Oh yeah, so I guess I'm the cool cat now. You see what I did there? Cool cat. So everyone, you guys can literally suck it because you guys suck. You guys didn't want me when I was hot, and now that I am, yeah, so whatever. Okay, I'll see you guys later. I always want
Buttercup.
to say that.
I guess I learned a little bit about growing up. And oppositely from Wonder Woman, I'm actually going to focus more on men now, I think. Really excited about that journey and getting to know Clark.
Okay, well, listen, I appreciate you all coming to our superhero therapy. I hope it helped you out. I will be sending this to the league offices right behind me here. They'll be analyzing it all and deciding if you're ready to go out on your next mission with or without anybody here together, or with some of our newer superheroes and some of our old great superheroes like the Flash and Hulk and some of those wonderful Black Panther. Anyway, this has been Superhero Therapy. Thank you guys for watching. And let's introduce our cast, starting with G, who was Aquaman.
Thank you to all my fish friends for watching.
And Bobby, who was Batman.
Thanks for watching.
Lindsay was Wonder Woman.
Put me on the next mission with Black Panther and the Flash.
Alyssa, who was Buttercup.
Thanks for watching, guys, and discovering new powers with us.
Eric's first show, and he was Clark Kent.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's been fantastic, and remember to be good to yourselves.
And Rashida, who played Catwoman on Catnip.
Glad you guys enjoyed the show.
And I'm Kent, and we'll be back in 4 weeks with a brand new show. I think it's going to be like a really bad B movie with really bad actors. That's kind of where I'm heading. Think of Bad Audition if you've seen one of our short films. Now we're going to have a whole movie of just bad acting. See you in 4 weeks.